joke. Me gotta go, me oh my oh. Me gotta go, pour my beer down the bayou. My Yvonne, sweetest one on the bayou. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, feel like gumbo. For tonight, I'm gonna see my shadow me oh. Play guitar, feel for a jive and be gay oh. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou.
Man, Robbie.
That sounds like such fun. Gosh, I love that.
What is today? Must be Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
Today must be Mardi Gras Day.
I think so.
Fat
Wow.
Tuesday. Fat Tuesday. All right, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday morning.
Yep.
It is February 17th, 2015.
Yay.
It is Mardi Gras.
Thibodeau, Fontenot, place après Saunier.
That's a song, yeah.
Qu'il faut comme si on est douze.
There you
I
go.
love when we
The
play this song.
jambalaya. I got to
It's
get some jambalaya today. I prefer mine without shrimp. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Good morning,
we'll go
Robin.
find some. Good
how
morning.
you doing?
Good, good, good. How are you? Oh, it's such fun. Mardi Gras. Yay.
Pretty good. Have a pretty good show today. 7:35. Greg Lotko is coming on. He's a computer scientist. He obtained his computer science degree from Clarkson University. And he's coming on to talk to us about the latest trends in new technologies such as Dataverse,
Yeah.
Spectrum Accelerate, and hybrid cloud technology.
Yep.
Did you feel the wind
I did.
over the
It's
top
like-
of your head?
Yeah.
It was all over my head.
Yeah, mine too. Just woo, like
Yeah.
a rocket. Just
All went
really
right
quick.
past, right over me. Just had no idea what I
Yeah.
was just saying.
Yeah, really quick.
Dataverse, Spectrum Accelerate, and hybrid cloud technology. Where is Professor Gadget?
Yep.
We should have had Greg Lotko on Friday.
Oh yeah. And we could have just listened to the two of them.
We could just listen to
Yeah.
Instead, we've got to pretend we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is good because then we'll learn something.
Well, I use technology. I mean, it's all around me. I use
Yeah.
computers. I use a little Kindle thing. I have a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't play vinyl anymore, even though Ringo's new album is coming out in vinyl. Did you know this?
No, I didn't know that.
Ringo's got a new album that comes out in March, Ringo Starr, the former Beatle.
Yes.
And you can buy it online as a download or as a CD or as vinyl. He's got a vinyl option.
Oh. They sell vinyl at FYE, and we used to pay like $3.99 for an album. They're like $35.
Yeah, now they're expensive.
Yep.
By the way, you can get vinyl-esque or vinyl-like CDs.
Really?
It's crazy.
Wow.
In other words, it's got the little. Do you remember Wow and Flutter? Does that ring a bell for you? Wow and Flutter? Or was
No.
This, okay. Well, this is.
What is that? Wow and Flutter.
Well, if you worked a mixing board back in those days, and you had records that you played or tapes were more likely to have Wow and Flutter. It was a setting to kind of change the Wow and Flutter.
Oh, okay.
You don't even use those words anymore.
No.
But you remember had records had this little crackling, poppling thing when the stylus would go over a little piece of dust or something?
Yes. Right, exactly.
Well, that you can artificially add those sounds now. You can artificially add the things you hated to make them sound like vinyl when you're not really playing vinyl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So if you're a DJ, for example, and you want to play, you want to have vinyl night,
yes.
you add this sound to all of your files. Or maybe play it simultaneous. I'm not really sure how.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's what I know about technology. So when Greg Lotko goes on, he's going to say, "You are talking about something different."
That's right. I thought you were talking about another group like Flo and Eddie when you said Wow and Flutter. I thought, wow, where are these guys? How did I miss them?
It never occurred to me. That should be our name.
Yeah.
Wow and Flutter.
Oh, I like
You bet
that.
you should be Flutter. That sounds more feminine.
Okay,
I'll
you
be
should be
Wow.
Wow.
I'd like to be Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Just people say, "Hey, wow."
We have a new act. 1, 2, 3. It's our fourth act. This is great. I love this. Wow.
News Bites today at 8:35. That's where we read the news. There's a lot of bad news out there. I don't want to be the one who delivers it to you, but I guess I have no choice sometimes, and it'll happen then. Carol Ann will be here at 9:05. She always brightens the studio. She's a master gardener, and her show is called In the Garden with Carol Ann, and always fun to listen to her talk and listen to you and her talk. I mean, not you, Robin, but
No,
you the listeners.
I'm not here.
You're here. You're just in the other room.
That's right.
And then Bob Kennedy will be in the studio. He is the host of his program about real estate. It's called Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty. Well, that's the name of his real estate office. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he'll be here answering questions about mortgages and flipping and all those other things that happen with real estate.
Yeah.
Short sales,
Right.
All kinds of stuff. Damage Control. Joe Reichel is the co-owner of Damage Control. He will help you out if you have a question about that do-it-yourself project, maybe trying to replace a toilet and you don't know what to do. He'll help you out with that.
Yeah, that's very tense.
A new segment coming on today at 11:05. Seth Posner, you've heard Seth on the show with us. He's coming on today at 11:05 to do his first inaugural show. Got a bottle of champagne to smack across the bow of the ship.
There you go. Every third Tuesday, Seth will be on.
Seth is the owner of AA Lock, Dock, and Security. He wants to answer your questions not only about locks, but about security systems. Speaking of technology, which includes, we've got them right here. We've got cameras. I can see who's at the back door. I can open the back door from right here.
I know that is so
I've never
cool.
had to do it before,
No.
but I have the button.
Yeah.
I have a button.
Yes, you
And I
do.
have a camera. I can see who it is. I can't talk to them unless they're listening to the radio. That's what I should do. Turn on your radio so I can talk to you.
Yeah, but you can't hear them.
Oh, that's true. I
Yeah,
forgot.
there has to be intercom.
It's like going to Quebec and knowing how to ask where the bathroom is, but not understanding the answer.
Yes. And you did a good job yesterday for that fellow that
He
was
gave me thumbs up.
Yeah, he did. He thought that was great.
Fun with Joe today. I have some more presidential trivia questions. I had so many prepared for yesterday for President's Day that I didn't want to waste them, so I have some more of them. Galen Unold, I have some Mardi Gras fun facts for Galen. It's just kind of a fun thing. Speaking of Mardi Gras, there is, hold on, what is the thing with the Mardi Gras? You get the beads.
Well, you have to work for the
You get to beads. There was a story in the news. I think it's in our News Bites story. There's a story in the News Bites that says that even though exposing your upper body, ladies, in New Orleans is against the law, the police will not be arresting anybody for that violation
There
during
you
Mardi
go.
Gras.
There you go. Good for
Expose
them.
the lower portion of your bodies, both sexes,
Yep.
in the clinker. My words.
That makes sense.
It is what it says in the news release that I got. But anyway, so the whole thing, whether you approve of it or not, it happens. People have beads.
Yep.
They give beads to ladies in exchange for a flash. You lift your shirt and there you go.
A flesh flash.
A flash. Thank you. I never heard it called that before. I thought it was the Mardi Gras de Gros or something.
Oh.
Anyway, so Cypress Cove Nudist Resort sent us an invitation.
Yes.
They have a Mardi Gras party. And I said, Robin, why does this name sound familiar? Where is Cypress Cove? Well, no, I didn't say. I didn't know it was a nudist resort. Right? Well, I did, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, we learned that at one of our sketch days.
that's what happened. So anyway,
Yeah.
so Mardi Gras has a coronation. Well, no, I'm sorry. Yesterday was the 16th. They had a coronation ball last night with dancing shoes. So this is a nudist resort, but you had to wear shoes.
Yeah. Well, there you go. People want to show off their socks.
Today they have the Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday celebration, which is redundant.
I know, but it sounds good.
Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday mean the same thing. And it's at a nudist place, which
Yeah.
means that if you have your beads, well, it's kind of like having your cake and eating it too, I guess.
Well, what's the purpose?
Might as
of
well hold on to it.
beads
Might as
then?
well keep the beads.
Exactly. What? There's nothing
Anyway,
to flash.
I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny that a nudist resort has a Mardi Gras party with beads.
That's food for thought. There. That's like, oh gosh.
And you might have heard this news that
It's my party and I cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to
Leslie Gore has passed away. She died yesterday.
No.
She was only 68, Robin. See, the older we get,
Yeah.
the more we can say only.
Yeah.
To about every age. Anybody who dies, we can say only.
Yeah. Oh,
There's 90. Oh, it's only 90. It's not
that's
that
right.
It's my party and I cry.
I didn't know she was. I would have guessed she was way older than that, but no. She must have been really young when she did that song.
Yeah, I think so. I think she was like 16, something like that.
Let's see. Leslie Gore, the singer of the 60s hits It's My Party, Judy's Turn to Cry, and You Don't Own Me, passed away yesterday in New York City in a hospital following a bout with cancer.
Oh.
She was 68.
Oh. She was fun.
She was
I
a
can
wonderful
see her face.
human being, caring, giving, a great feminist, great woman, great humanitarian. That's the partner, Lois Sasson. Mm-hmm. The New Jersey-raised Gore was just a junior in high school when Quincy Jones signed her to Mercury Records and produced her first single, It's My Party.
Isn't that
How old are you when you were a junior? How old is that?
You're 16.
The song eventually
16 or
went to the Billboard Top 100 in 1963, giving Quincy Jones his first smash single as a producer, and spawned the quasi-sequel Judy's Turn to Cry, which sold over 1 million copies the same year.
Wow, he must be 100.
Amy Winehouse later covered It's My Party for another Quincy Jones tribute album.
Oh, gosh.
Didn't know that.
No, did not. He's very talented.
All right,
Oh, too sad.
Oh, we've got to take a break. It's Mardi Gras. we would have had to
got
take a
the
break
beads.
anyway. We got beads. We do have beads. We have a king cake.
Yes, we
We're
do.
going to give a king cake away today on Fun with Joe, by the way.
Yes, we are.
King's cake. King's. There's an S on
King
it.
cake.
Is it S or no?
It says king on the bottom.
All right, we'll be right back.
Me oh my oh, me gotta go.
Fox News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. A federal judge temporarily blocking President Obama's executive orders for immigration reform. 26 states want the plan scrapped.
He says without the preliminary injunction, states would suffer irreparable harm in this case. He said, look, the presence of millions of people would be virtually irreversible.
Fox's Kevin Corke. The White House says the Justice Department will appeal. Another winter storm system on the move.
Areas of rain across the southeastern United States, the Florida Panhandle, and then you're looking at ice concerns in North Carolina and South Carolina. Some significant snowfall forecasts for portions of Virginia and also up into parts of southern Maryland. You are looking at the potential for more than 6 inches of snowfall out there.
Fox News meteorologist Maria Molina.
It's my party and I cry if I want to.
Singer-songwriter Leslie Gore has died of lung cancer. She was 68 years old. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design design, and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner, and Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
That's the best we can do for the Mardi Gras music.
I love it.
All right,
love it.
25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Greg Lotko is on the phone with us. He is a computer scientist. He obtained his computer science degree from Clarkson University.
Yep.
He is a computer programmer, a business analyst, and the vice president of IBM Storage Systems Development, which is the part of this I really want to know about. Mm-hmm. The topic is the latest trends and new technologies such as Dataverse, over my head, Spectrum Accelerate, over my head.
Me too.
Sounds like something in a spray can. and hybrid cloud technology, which is what I want to know about because, my computer is too filled. And I saw this thing at Best Buy where you could buy this device and put stuff in the cloud. I thought you didn't need a device if it was in the cloud. I'm so confused. Right? So now we got the guy to ask. Greg Lotko. Good morning, Greg. It's an honor to have you on our show. Good morning.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Robin. Delighted to be here.
Where are you right now?
Actually, I'm in New York City. So
it's snowing. I'm looking at you. Not you, but I'm looking at Times Square. I'm looking at Times Square. I got the Times Square cam on my thing here. So I have a little interest because I used to live there. And anyway.
My son works there now.
Yeah.
Right in downtown Manhattan, so I love it up there.
You might know each other. He's a high-tech guy, too. So good morning. Thank you for being on the air with us. Gosh, there's so many questions. Well, first of all, I guess I want to ask you about the cloud, the hybrid cloud technology. What is that? How does that work?
It's kind of what you started talking about. It's really businesses and people and consumers trying to meet the challenge of how do they deal with all this data, some of which originates with them and sits in their offices or on their devices, but also all that data that's out there in the cloud. So the hybrid nature of it is the idea of being able to combine all that. So think about businesses that for years have been generating data and they've been keeping it all on premises, right? And now they want to go to a different model. They want to maybe not have to refresh their hardware so often and do that physically, but they want to store some of that data. Maybe it's a little less critical. Maybe they don't need access to it every day or immediately, but they want to store some of that off in the cloud. What happens when you want to do a query, you want to look at information across both of that? Well, that's the hybrid nature. And we now have software capable of allowing businesses and folks to write applications to combine all that data together and use it efficiently. Because at the end of the day, you realize infrastructure does matter. There has to be hardware underneath this stuff, whether it be locally or up in the cloud.
So, gosh, I have so many questions about this. I know there are two other things you want to talk about, at least according to my notes. But when we do, I'm guessing we pay for this, right? This is something we pay for.
Sure, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
I think about this as the idea of, I use analogies a lot, right? I'm a car guy, right? So you think about this as the idea of, So think about the idea of maybe you have 3 or 4 drivers in your home, but you need to at least always have one car, right? So you keep that car in your garage and you use it, and you can use it whenever you want. But from time to time, you have 2 or 3 people that need to go someplace, and they need to go to different places. So you want to be able to call a cab, you want to rent a car, you want to be able to use Uber, right? But you want to be, all that is your interaction of being able to use a car, but some of it you have virtually, some of it is in the cloud, some of that is that car that doesn't actually sit in your garage, and some of it is physical, the stuff that you have. Either way, you pay for it. It could be, you pay for it every day, or you pay for it once and have it on premises. Or it could be the idea that you pay only when you store data out there in the cloud, or when you access it.
Well, it's fair to pay for it. I mean, I pay for my iTunes, and on my iTunes I can look at or listen, whatever I do with the music. It's in the iTunes cloud.
Yeah.
And I can see it on this computer here at work and also on my computer at home. But I think it's limited to 2 or 3, which is only on 2 in my case. But I think they give you a third one, or they allow you to have a third one. Would this be, if I went to the library, let's say I went to New York and I didn't bring a computer with me, I said, let me go to the library. Could I access my stuff from any computer on this new thing?
Yeah, if you have your data stored in the cloud, you'll be able to access it from anywhere. You think about, like, what you even talked about, the amount of data, right? I mean, the average household today is consuming a little more than 450 gigabytes a year. 2 years from now, that'll grow to be over 3 terabytes. And I'll stick with you talking about iTunes. If I look at my own MP3 player, I've got more than 4,000 songs. That's 15 gigabytes of data, just what I'm storing on my music library.
Do you have jambalaya?
I have just about everything.
Okay.
But it would take me 8 days to listen to it all. The other thing is photos, right? Think about how Grandma and Grandpa used to pull out all the photo albums, right? Now just about everybody is carrying around their library on their phone. I've got twin daughters. They're 17 years old. I've got every photo that I've ever scanned of my kids since birth. I could bore you for a really long time showing you photos. I've got 4,500 photos just on my phone, and that takes up 6 gig. So the thing that I do to back it up is I've got that all there up in the cloud. So God forbid I lose my phone, God forbid it gets damaged, I've got a backup of it in the cloud.
Do you ever get misty-eyed on the airplane, like just flipping through your pictures, like you're flying someplace and say, "Oh man, look at this is when they were 2."
It brings a smile to my face.
This is when I was 2. When they were 2.
On a political note, are you worried about some of the sanctions that the government is proposing? Do you think that's going to hinder all of this development for the private individuals, all this wonderful stuff?
I think open source is kind of here to stay, right? And what local governments do about it, or where they say that the data has to stay, gets into, how you manage whether or not you have to have it on premise, whether or not it's going to need to be a cloud that may physically exist within a country, or whether or not you'll be able to do that across geographies. So, we have technologies that allow us to operate within the different legislations around the world.
So I like this idea, actually.
Me too.
Can I ask you a question? When we store, like if I have a little, I got it a long time ago. It's called The Book. I think it has half a terabyte, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's almost filled. In fact, it pretty much is filled. But I can't put programs on there. I can only put the files that the programs use. Is there a way to store programs in the cloud, or is that something that has to be in your computer?
No, sure. If you think about it, you think about the widespread Wi-Fi connectivity, or 3G, 4G with our phones. A lot of that is deciding kind of where you store your data as well as where you run your apps. It could be that a bunch of the information would actually run up on the server, and then it just sends you back the information that you need. So you can store programs or parts of programs, right, and have it interact with the different devices that you have. And we're talking about kind of all this stuff, you know, all this information that consumers and businesses are using every day. We've got a new term that we're using. It's called Dataverse, and that's what makes up all that information and data that consumers and businesses are generating every day. You think about, we've got a universe, we've got our persona, and now we have all this data that we're generating and consuming each day. It's part of our everyday life.
And so that sounds good to me. Because your computer, the one in the cloud, wherever that is, probably Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's where everything is.
Honestly, IBM's cloud, IBM software, we have multiple data centers in over 40 different geographies around the world. So our cloud is all around you.
So yours would be much stronger than your computer than my computer, and my computer crashes like when I use, you know, some audio production. So no, my audio does well. My movie production stuff crashes my computer all the time. So anyway, the only other word we didn't get. Yeah, I know. I need you to be like in my house for a day or something. So Spectrum Accelerate, what is that? What is that? Do we need to define that?
Spectrum, so Spectrum Accelerate, and actually the broad area of Spectrum storage is all the software that we've unlocked and unleashed from being tied directly to our hardware. It's allowing businesses to capture, manage, and store data dynamically in the cloud, in the data center, and even mobile devices. So we've unlocked the value of our IP and our software, and we're making it more broadly available so that it'll help our clients manage across that hybrid cloud environment. If you want to hear more about that, right, if you want to hear more about the Dataverse and you want to hear more about IBM Spectrum Storage, your listeners can go to www.ibmbigdatahub.com.
Big Data Hub. Sounds like a rib place where you get ribs. Yeah. I'm going to get some ribs down at the Big Data Hub.
I learned another word from you guys, a quantity word, zettabyte.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge for me.
It's an amazing amount of data out there. Actually, the amount of information stored in the digital universe now is thought to have exceeded the number of stars in the physical universe, and that happened in 2007. There's supposed to be about 70 billion trillion stars in the universe, and we've got now more data.
So today, when I get my jambalaya, I'm going to say, "Do you want a bite?" And you're going to say, "Well, how big is a bite?" And then you're going to take a fork and going to say, "Is that a bite?"
That's right.
And I'm going to say, "Is that 2 bite?" That looks like 2. Sorry, made a stupid joke.
Well, maybe after Zetadites, we'll get to jambalaya bites. You might have just coined a new capacity.
I think I did. Greg, you're a fun guy, which is more than one fungus. So thank you so much for being on the air with us today.
Pleasure being with you.
Stay out of the cold. I wish we could have had you on longer. I had so many more questions, but I know our time is up. So, well, thank you. Stay warm, and you're always welcome back. And you have a loyal what do you call it? Alumni fan out there from Clarkson. He didn't call in. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Greg Lotko, thank you for being on with us today.
Again, pleasure being with you.
All right.
Take care.
We'll be right back. This is WLCA.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account open. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Clouds will limit sunshine today. It'll be breezy and warm with some showers and a thunderstorm around mainly this afternoon. The highs in the 70s. Periods of rain and a thunderstorm tonight. Those dropping to the lower 40s in the northernmost part of the zone to 55 in the southernmost part. For tomorrow, clouds giving way to sunshine, breezy and much cooler, the high 59 to 63. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Where did you sit when the dust settled?
Richard Petty goes back in front. They both spin. They're in the wall.
Where did you sit when the tempers flared?
And now it appears we may have a fist fight. Drivers and no one.
When stagnation took on a whole meaning.
All the pitchers out on pit lane to salute Dale Earnhardt.
Where we sit, this Daytona 500 is the chance of a lifetime, because this is your final opportunity to experience the great American race from some of the classic seats that have witnessed some of the most famous moments in racing history. And it's your first chance to say hello to the future in all new grandstands where fans will bear witness to all the legendary moments yet to come. So where will you sit this February 22nd? Don't miss your one and only chance to experience Daytona at a unique moment in history. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 22nd. To guarantee your seats, call 1-800-PIT-SHOP or visit Daytona500.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday morning. It's Mardi Gras snowing up north. It's going to get cold here. Did you see this, Robin? Hold on. It's beautiful right now, but listen, hold on. 63 right now, expected to get into the lower 70s today. That's not bad. 43 tonight. That's not bad. 34 tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, 25.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Friday night, 37.
Gosh.
Saturday, 52. So we got another cold spell moving in. But
yeah.
But it's still, comparing it to the rest of the country, I mean, unless you like snow, it's better here. But I'm looking at the webcam from Times Square, and it's snowing up there right now.
I think we dress warmer when we live in snow country than here when there's no snow.
All right, there was a couple of debatable things I wanted to bring up this morning, and then I forgot that we had the gentleman that we just had on, so we had to do that. But the president is expected to move forward today, I believe, on a plan to provide, and the word provide can be translated in my mind to the word mandate.
Yes, for sure.
Overtime pay protections to low salaried managers who don't qualify for them. Wait, before you say something.
I won't.
The move could affect millions of workers. It is aimed at addressing what the White House says is an erosion of the rules that establish the 40-hour work week. A linchpin of the middle class, in quotes. I don't know who is credited with that quote, but that's how it's written. The way it works now, a company can avoid paying overtime to any full-time worker making as little as between $23,660. I'm sorry, not between anything. Just making as little as $23,600 or something like that. By classifying them as exempt and paying them as salaried employees rather than hourly employees. That means they don't get overtime pay even if they work more than 40 hours a week.
Right.
Okay. So now, if you are a salaried employee and you are putting in more than 40 hours a week, and I've had this in my life.
Right, which is what salaried means.
I know. But I want to think about this, and if you want to call in on it, we got a good 9 minutes. You can call in on it. I feel like the other end of that spectrum is, because when I've been salaried, I could also work a 30-hour week if I wanted to, and I would still get the same salary.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked both ways. If I worked 50 hours, I got the same amount. If I worked 30 hours, I got the same amount. So it kind of worked both ways. And when you're in a management position, you typically are putting in more time. So, and I see it the way the logic spells it out from the president's point of view. So it's not that I disagree with the principle behind it, but I think the thought should be in the minds of the the person over the managers. You know what I mean? It should not come from the president. I don't think the government has any business telling
private industry
what to do in that regard. I mean, I think certain things have to be regulated, but I don't think that's fair.
No.
I think when you hire somebody with a salary position, it is understood that you might work 45, 50, 60 hours that week.
Exactly.
You might work 80 hours that week. It's possible. That's your job. And if your job is to manage and it's taking you 80 hours to do it, then maybe you got to fix the way you're doing the job.
Exactly.
Maybe it's you. You're a manager. You're the one who's supposed to be thinking. You're the one who's supposed to be figuring out how to make it all come together so that everything works. If you're a manager, it means there are people underneath you, correct?
That's right.
Typically. I guess you could be a manager of a hot dog stand or something when there's nobody else under you. But my point is not that it's a bad idea. It's just bad for it to be a mandated thing from the government.
Exactly.
That's my point. Yes, it's a great idea, but it's a great idea for the manager who's upset with this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a manager and you're working 60 hours every week and you feel like when you break it all down, you really should be making more money, that's when you sit down with the boss. That's
right.
when you go have a chat. You say, hey, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm in here like 80 hours every week, 60 hours every week, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. And that works out to such and such dollar per hour, which is less than my employees are making, or less than the people under me, because they're really not his employees.
Right.
And so I just don't think that's my whole debate. Nobody wants to argue? Good. Let's move on to the next thing.
No, but one thing to interject in that. The president shouldn't be concerned with private business because private is running the country. He should be concerned with all of the people that are volunteering at a government level, all of the interns they have. They don't get a penny. They don't get a dime.
Oh, good point.
So Obama should focus on paying the interns so there aren't any free interns anymore. They should all get paid.
Figures, Robin.
That's what he should focus on.
You get the phone calls.
Is government.
See, somebody calling based on what you said, it looks like. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Well, I don't know how Obama has opinion on this period. He's never owned a private business. He's never headed a private business. He probably has never worked before he became a senator. So, he's like the worst person to comment on any of this.
Well, that's an interesting point. Yeah, I don't know, but still, it shouldn't come from him. Even if it was the president who worked as a laborer early in his life, it should come from the boss, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Right. Well, but then sometimes they take advantage of it because look at the former Vice President Dick Cheney. He had Halliburton Company over in the Middle East, and all the people thought they were getting overtime over there for all the hours they were putting in, and all of a sudden they said, oh, nope, you're not getting overtime because you're not in America. You're in a foreign country. So sometimes they take advantage of that, and that's not fair either.
Oh, yeah. Corrupt people are corrupt people. Simple as that. Yeah. No question.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you. But again, even in that situation, I don't think the government should be mandating. I think the employee should say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I need a little boost. Otherwise, I need to be looking elsewhere.
Exactly.
That's just my thoughts on it.
And it's all different companies. We have a friend that's working for a construction company in Baghdad right now, and he's working overseas in Baghdad, and he's getting overtime pay when he puts in more than 40 hours on the job that they're doing now. So it all depends on the company, too.
Wow.
So.
I didn't know you had a friend in Baghdad.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Yeah, no, that was...
Really?
Yeah.
You going to tell me his name? No, not in the air. No.
Chuck Norris-looking guy.
The Chuck Norris-looking guy.
That we were talking about that day that, he looks like Chuck Norris, but he had to pretend to be another ethnicity, otherwise they would kill him because he's an American.
This must have been when I was...
We had this conversation.
I must have been dozing off or something.
Yeah, it's about the
He looks like Chuck Norris, but he changed his ethnicity?
Well,
what is his ethnicity?
It's white, like you.
He's a white guy. And what did he change it to?
Mexican.
He changed it to Mexican.
They don't bother the Mexicans over there, at least in that area that he's working at. So they're looking out.
See, I couldn't pull this off. Buy a sombrero? How do you pass as a Mexican?
It's very touchy over there.
There might be somebody in Mexico who has my complexion. No,
that could be. Who knows? True story.
See,
It's a true story. It's
I
it's
forget.
very testy over there right now.
It is very testy. And some people are losing their testes over there right now.
That's right.
If they're lucky, not losing their heads.
But anyway, it boils down to the company.
Well, yeah, I guess that's where I was going to wrap it
They're going
up.
to pay overtime or not.
So, all right. Well, I don't really. I mean, there was another debatable thing.
Oh.
It's the guns on campus thing, but I really have strong feelings about the guns on campus. I don't like the idea of guns on campus. But it's like, but there's another argument. I can hear it coming.
Oh my!
It's if you don't allow guns on campus, or if you outlaw guns on campus, then only outlaws will have guns on campus. You know how that goes.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I don't like the idea. It's just some crazy students. I'm allowed to have this pistol here, and then all of a sudden it goes off.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Accidentally
with you
on
that.
purpose. I don't know.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. Should not have that on there.
That's
Campus is another
that's a
entity.
Florida debate, by the way, not a national debate.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe everybody's watching Florida to see what Florida does, and then they're going to pick it up on
I doubt it.
in their state.
I doubt it. It's Mardi Gras. All right. When we come back, Galen Unil will be on the phone, right?
Yeah,
From Life South. I have some Mardi Gras stuff to tell you about.
That's right.
I don't have any recipes for you. Although I do think there's a recipe in the other news bites.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA, Ocala. Happy Mardi Gras.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. And much of the South, sleet and rain like this in North Carolina that led to 120 accidents. Icy roads making travel tough in Arkansas, too.
We putting salt, sand down for the intersections, so won't nobody slide in, trying to keep it safe out here for us.
James Jordan and Blytheville, tens of thousands in several states have lost power. The Washington, D.C. area expected to get up to 8 inches of snow today. A federal judge temporarily blocking President Obama's immigration plan.
The judge agreed with a coalition of 26 states that argued the president's executive actions violate the Constitution. The states also argued the immigration plan would cost them money and resources in law enforcement, health care, and education.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland, the White House will appeal. Investigators looking into the derailment of a train in West Virginia loaded with crude oil. At least 14 tankers and a house caught fire, but no injuries. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
If fire
Fire department? Why is the fire department coming up our driveway?
Don't look at me. He's your cousin.
Haha, Mr. Funny Man. What did you do now?
Well, we were attempting to repair the water heater, but somebody forgot to turn off the breaker.
Well, why is there water everywhere?
Apparently, the main water shutoff didn't exactly get shut off.
Okay, at what point did you realize you're not a plumber and you need to call Mike Scott Plumbing?
Right about the time we had the flood and the fire all at the same time.
And when should you have called the professionals at Mike Scott Plumbing? That's what I thought. Does water run through it? Then they do it, not you. And don't give me the weekend excuse. You know they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. Do you need the number?
No, I got it. 237-2888.
Again.
237-2888.
Why'd you call Cousin Sean anyway? You know he can't even fix his own lunch.
On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Oh, come on, a monster truck?
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101.